Welcome back, wild seekers, to Found in the Wild. I'm your host, Vo, and today's episode is all about the thrill of the hunt, the art of finding treasures in the wild. Thrift shopping, yard sales, and flea markets. It's not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle, a mindset, and for many of us, a passion. Let's talk about what it means to find something in the wild, and how the experiences shape both the finds and the finder. What does in the wild mean? When I say in the wild, I'm not talking about jungles or safaris, though sometimes it feels like it's an adventure for sure. For us thrifters, the wild is that thrifty, unpredictable space where treasures are waiting to be discovered. It might be a yard sale tucked away on a quiet street, a thrift store you almost drove past, or a flea market filled with endless possibilities. The beauty of In the Wild is that it's real, it's raw, uncurated, and unapologetically authentic. You never know what you'll find. It could be a vintage camera, a signed hockey puck, or a quirky lamp that instantly sparks your joy and interest. In that unpredictability way, that's the magic of it all. Let's talk about treasure hunter's mindset. Finding treasures in the wild requires more than just luck. It's about developing a current mindset, a blend of patience, curiosity, and a sharp eye for the potential. Some tips I've learned along the way. Number 1, stay open-minded. The best finds are often the ones you weren't looking for. Number 2, look beyond the surface. That dusty chair or tarnished trinket might just need a little love to shine. Number 3, thrice. That'd be 33, but thrice. Trust your instincts. If something speaks to you, don't overthink it. Snag it before someone else does. Quote, and it's not just about the stuff. It's about the journey. The act of searching itself can be meditative, inspiring, and downright fun. Quote somewhere in the world, in the interwebs. Thought it was a cool quote I found. Thought I'd share that with you. Now let's talk about the personal story. A wild find to remember. One day I was in the thrift store bins. I was at the Goodwill outlet. And I was watching the shoppers go through the new table that came out. They were just, people were going crazy. Arms were going crazy. People were moving stuff out of the way. You hear the rough, raw throwing around stuff. You hear the ambient noises of things being shuffled around. That's about 10-15 minutes of that. People were done. As I'm looking at tables on the other side of the building. And I go over, I start looking through the tables when there's less people. And I'm digging, and I find a DS game upside down. And I'm like, that's interesting. It's on top. It's on a binder. And it's upside down to where I see the little metal pieces that make the game connect to the DS. I'm like, that's cool. It's probably some low-end game, but still, that's cool. I flipped it over. It was Pokemon Black. Guys, I couldn't believe I found that. After everybody was digging and shuffling around, I went over there, and I found it in the wild where nobody else found it. Alright guys, tips for hunting in the wild. If you're feeling inspired to head into the wild, here are a few practical tips. Start early. The best treasures are often found in the morning. Early bird gets that dang-gum worm. Plan your route. Map out thrift shops, yard sales, or flea markets to maximize your hunt. Bring essentials. Bring cash, measuring tape, and a reusable bag. It can save the day. IKEA bags are amazing, so are the Walmart bags that are reusable. Embrace the adventure. Sometimes the best finds come when you least expect to find them. Kind of like that DS game I found. So stay curious and have fun. The wild is waiting, my friends. Whether you're hunting for the perfect vintage find, adding to your collection, or simply looking for a good story, there's always something out there calling your name. And speaking of good stories, in the next episode, we'll explore lessons learned from thrifting, how the wild shapes who we are. From patience to creativity, the hunt teaches us more than we realize. Until next time, keep searching, keep finding, and remember, there's beauty in the wild. Happy hunting! Found in the Wild is a podcast by Hayvoe Pickers. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, and check out our store on eBay.